So today we are going to be visiting the locations of Link in Hyrule in this new Breath of the Wild sequel trailer. I'm also going to be going over some speculative locations, possibly. The very first one that I'm going to be going over is a 100% speculation on my part, but I think it kind of fits. We'll be getting to that in just a second. I want to fix this really fast. Thank you all for coming out. Let me know how the audio sounds. Looks like everything's good on my end. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of be talking about the sequel trailer. It's not going to be a very long stream today because I do need to get some work done on my scripted video. We'll do this. This will work. Should be able to handle this. And then we'll go back to Premiere to view everything else. Scenes frame by frame. Engel had to join the phone. Oh, this trailer. What's poppin'? It's good. This trailer's so epic. So beautiful. And there's Zelda's Lullaby in the background. So we're going to be visiting, this spot in Hyrule, in Breath of the Wild's Hyrule. We are going to be visiting a couple other locations, specifically this one and the one in, where is it? This scene. And then also, this one is actually, I've got two speculative locations, but we got to find the other one. So once we get there, I'll have you guys comment down in the chat, and we'll try to find it together. But this location right here is one that's highly speculative to me, but it's due to, you guys probably can't see this because of chat. I'm going to have to move chat over. But right where my mouse cursor is, if you can see that, I know it's really small, there is a shadow right here. And to me, this looks like the Great Plateau. And then off to the left, or just above Link, is a location that I believe to be Lake Hylia. But it's purely speculative. I know that there is some more floating islands under this location right here. And this could also possibly be more floating islands. But I think due to the other scene with Link right above the Thunder Plateau, that this is probably the surface right here, right where chat is right now. You guys can't really see it, but it could be Akala. It could also be like right above maybe the Akala Citadel, or Akala Citadel, whatever you want to say. But we'll go ahead and I will show you what I'm talking about here. Because this does look like a body of water over in this region. But let's go ahead and we'll pull that scene up in Adobe. And then I will switch you guys over to Breath of the Wild. And we'll take the camera for a spin. That should be fun, right? Come on, Adobe. Work with me, baby. Okay, that's the Zelda scene. Get into it. There we go. Okay. We're here. We've made it. Kinda. Should disable the sound, too. Get this out of here. Can I not unlink? Delete. Alrighty, dighty. We're good. Okie dokie. So we've got that, and then we will disable this view, move the chat over. That should be good for what I'm working with here. So now we're in Breath of the Wild, and I want to show y'all what I think of this location here. I could be completely wrong. At one point, I thought it was the other end of the plateau, but the body of water looks a little bit bigger in that scene. So, and I could be wrong. It could not even be a body of water. So, like I said, this is really speculative. So we're going to go up. And probably right about here would be a good place to lock it off. And then I'm going to pull out the, so we're not jumping around all over the place. Pull out the, go to desktop. Is, oh wait, I already have it. We're good. Got the free cam open. Okay, now hopefully this doesn't screw anything. Affect anything? Okay, we're back. It worked, I think. Yes, it did. Okay. Now then. I need to hit the glide button. So looking down from this area, we've got the body of water right here, the Great Bridge of Hylia, and then we've got the Great Plateau region that I think this might be right here. And if we go back over to the, moving those back and forth, it might be over a little bit more. But yeah, I think this might be it. Let's see. Right, I can't wait till it comes out either. This game just looks incredible. But yeah, if we flip back to Breath of the Wild, I think that could be the location we're looking at there. I don't know. This one's really speculative, like I said. Could definitely be that location. Maybe enhance the image so it's clear. Why is it coming up fuzzy? Can't really do much with the with Adobe right now in terms of enhancing this. We could put it up to full. It's not really going to change much there. But yeah, I think this might be it. If not, you know, could totally be wrong. But I think that might be where Link is dropping down from. Anyways, moving forward. Let's go ahead and go forward a little bit. This one I have no idea. The cloud layer is so thick there that you can't really see much on the ground, and the lighting is real dark. So we're gonna move past that, move past this. Obviously can't see the ground there, but this location is one that is highly intriguing to me. This is in between Whistling Hill and the Ranch Ruins. Yeah, I've heard the thing about the shadows being inverted. Somebody actually mentioned that to me on Twitter. I think Xenogamer or Xenogamer made something in regards to that. And I don't know fully on whether or not that's just a design choice or something else. Oh, we gotta smack F2. Get that camera back on link. Welcome. Oh, I need to fix this too. There's so many freaking moving parts going on right now. The Great Bridge of Hylia. It's funny that it spawned me way higher than where I wanted to be. So we're gonna go ahead and float over to that location right now, which should be somewhere around here, I think. I don't know, we'll figure it out when we get there. Game over, Jesse. What's up, dude? I knew my RMFH senses were tingling. This man's got spider senses. Let's see. It's gonna get dark soon. Swoop. Close to this location. Where are we at? We gotta find our bearings. There it is. This is the bottomless swamp right on the other side of this hill. Right there. Right below Varuda. And this would be the tree, or the set of trees that are in the trailer. So yeah. And we'll do the shadow thing. We'll see where they're at live. We'll let it go. It's a little late in the day right now, so let's see if I got any wood. I don't think I do. Jesse, you have to leave in about 13 minutes to pick up my little brother. Oh yeah, sure. Most definitely. No worries, man. Viper, hope we get better bosses, but the bosses in the first one were cool, but better. I agree with you. I hope that we get some more difficult challenges in this game for sure. Right, I need to grab some wood from over here and start a fire. Yeah, there's a weird shadow thing going on. So like the shadows don't meet up in the trailer to like compared to Breath of the Wild. I actually want to put that to the test live on stream. Let's go to morning. Okay, right now they're kind of... They're in a sim... No, they're not. Kind of weird. They're backwards in the morning. Let's see if as that sun sets, if they go to the right location. At first, I thought it was those these set of trees over here. But yeah, it ends up being these over here because you can actually see those trees in the background of the trailer shot. It's part of the graphics pack thing for CMU. I can change the colors of the lasers and all sorts of stuff. Someone tried to mention that Dueling Peaks, this was in the comment of one of my videos, and I wanted to address this just so nobody's confused. Dueling Peaks in the trailer, and we'll show that a little bit later, is still cracked in half. There's just no shrine, like right there, which I didn't point out in the thing. But I mean, it's kind of obvious. I point out several times that there's no shrines and the Sheikah towers are gone. Same with the Divine Beasts. So I mean, it was a miss, but I mean, they're not there. So we all know that they're not there. But yeah, we're gonna need to check out these shadows here. We're gonna do that first. So just so you guys get a better angle on where these shadows lie right now, let's get that back up on screen. Okay, so right here, they're pointing to the east. And right now, on my game, middle of the day, and they're pointing to the west. Maybe the sun shifted due to some Ganon effery. Yeah, I think so. Maybe that could be the case. A lot of people are claiming time travel, or this is a different version of Hyrule. I'm thinking that the developers just decided, oh, well, we want a different look, so let's make the sun set in a different area. It could be that it's just a different time of the year. You know, Hyrule probably has seasons. So, I mean, they could just explain it away like that, or it could be that we are in the past, or that, like, Link is traveling back in time, but the evidence for me is just not there. I have no clue. I wasn't even paying attention, but it's easier to just put one comment. Yeah, same. I don't see how different shadows explain time travel, but it's possible. It just, yeah, seasons in the passage of time, you know, the sun moves and everything. Or it could just be, you know, like I said, an artistic choice. They decided, okay, we want to make Hyrule feel a little bit different, so we're going to move the sun, you know, setting and all that kind of stuff to a different location. Okay, so the shadow of the tree, we're looking at the tree in the right-hand corner of the screen here. The shadow's pointing east. And we still can't get it to point east in Breath of the Wild. It starts to go that way, but it's more south than anything else. And in the morning, it's in the west. So, kind of seems like they put the sun on the other side. It's rather odd. But anyways, we'll go and check out this scene for what it's worth from as much of the same camera angle as I can get it. I need to go and set this to morning again. Yeah, we're gonna be jumping into the air with the memory editor for sure. And that's what we'll be doing right now to get this similar angle. It's not exactly, because they messed with the field of view for the trailer to get, you know, more cinematic shots and everything. I'll try to match it up as best I can. Link isn't going to be in it either. So, okay. Keep doing that. Keep going to the wrong set of trees. Head out on the highway. Okay, so it's right about here. And we can just hop into the... No, I haven't turned off monsters. There's just none over here. Wrong thing. There we go. F2. Pull this camera angle up. Back it up, back it up. Oh, Link might be in the shot. A little bit. This is almost perfect. I almost got it like first try. Wow. All that time spent the other day really paid off in the end. So, this is about the angle that we're looking at in the trailer that I have it frozen on right now. So, we'll go ahead and go back to the trailer, show you that, and then show you Hyrule, and then show you that, and then show you Hyrule. One thing that I missed in my trailer analysis was the Great Deku Tree is missing from this general location where he normally sits. And it almost looks as if the fog from the forest has been removed. But, however, because of draw distance, I'll show you that the Deku Tree doesn't get removed, or Deku Tree, whatever you want to call it. However, the fog disappears, and this is my unedited version, so you can't really see the fog over in this region very well. It'll be a little bit brighter. We'll go back and forth between the shots here. It kind of looks like there's a little bit of a layer, but you can see trees kind of on the outside. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that there is a body of water in between the land right here, kind of where the tower is, and then it separates in between the forest and the rest of Hyrule. So, and there's a big moat type of thing around Korok Forest. Yes, that's a possibility. It could be that we're diving into one of my videos that I'm actually going to be working on here. I've been collecting research the last few days, well, ever since I got done with my analysis. Because I want to make a video on where the Deku Tree went. So it's, 1, he could have gone into the sky. 2, Ganondorf maybe could have possibly killed him. Or 3, what I'm thinking is that maybe because Link is tainted with malice, he no longer has technically a pure heart, right? His body's been tainted by Calamity Ganon's malice, so he has some type of evil attached to him. One thing about the Koroks and possibly even the Great Deku Tree, because they are his children, they're the children of the forest, that it's possible that once Link is tainted, he can no longer see the Deku Tree. And he may not even have be able to be permitted back into the forest, because those that, you know, don't have a pure heart can't make it through the forest either. And I could be wrong on that one. I think that's just an assumption I'm making based off the fact that, you know, the Deku Tree wants to keep bad things out of the forest. So, you know, we've seen Aster out there in the woods. So technically bad things it doesn't stop them 100%, but he is the protector of the Master Sword. So he's trying to keep evil beings out to protect the Master Sword. And that's the fog and the fact that it's a maze and all that kind of stuff. So it's very possible, again, 100% pure speculation, that because Link is tainted, he can no longer even see the Deku Tree, and especially from Hyrule. The other thing that I noticed in the trailer shot is that it kind of, if you zoom in, which I know you guys can't, actually I can. Let's do that. So if you zoom in on the Deku Tree's area, it almost looks like it's been plucked from Hyrule. So the whole Wait, what am I doing here? The whole idea that he might be in the sky is actually a plausible idea. Um, because, you know, the castle's getting floated into the sky. We've got all these sky islands. But not only that, it kind of looks like Korok Forest was literally plucked. I've done a little bit of testing. You can't definitively say that it has been. It could just be, excuse me, it could just be that the Deku tree, see, it almost looks like there's nothing there anymore. It could just be that the Deku tree and the Master Sword pedestal get lifted into the sky. And one thing that I noticed is the Master Sword stone pedestal looks very similar to the stone coloring of everything that's in the sky area. So, yeah. You know, he could have definitely went skyward, and then we're just left with all of the dead trees that are in Korok Forest. But to be honest with you, with how unfinished the area looks, I think if they're going to pluck part of Korok Forest away, they'll probably take the whole thing away, or even maybe rework this entire area so it's different, you know, and so we're not going to the same spot to find the Deku tree. Another thing to note about this is that I would think it would be extremely easy for the Zelda team to go ahead and just remove Korok Forest entirely, because it used to be in the same location Kakariko Village is in, and they moved it at some point in development. I don't know how far in development they moved it or whatever, but it seems like it would be a viable location to kind of move around if they wanted to. So that's something that, you know, strikes me as odd there, that's one of the spots they moved, and it in development at one point they hadn't moved that location. So it's probably easier to move than a few of the other ones. I'm not 100%. Like I said, I'm not a game developer, and I don't make mods, so I could be talking nonsense right now, but it makes the most logical sense to me. Let's go ahead and pull this back out to 100. Need to get this shot framed. There we go. I guess I could just hit fit to screen, but... Hey, Vince, what's up? Yeah, it does kind of match up with the Great Plateau. We're going to go back to Breath of the Wild here, and I'm all screwed up now. We're looking into the sky. Let's see if I can get the camera angle back. Whoop. Sorry, that was kind of a lot to handle there. Now, let's point out some other things that I've noticed about this little piece of the trailer. Someone had a whole theory on why the forest had moved. I can't remember. I think it was Nintendo Black Crisis. I believe it was Nintendo Black Crisis. I'm not 100% on that, though, Vince. So some other things that I noticed here is, number one, we have these runes right here in this area. If you guys can see my mouse, it's in the left-hand corner right below the sheikah pillar that's sticking out towards Hyrule Castle. So we have these runes, and in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, they are there. However, over to the right, there's a few more that maybe it's the lighting, and I'm actually looking at it right now, and it looks more like the lighting playing tricks, but it looks almost as if they've been cleaned up a little bit, and things have been moved. Again, I could be completely wrong, because now that I'm looking at it right here, it actually doesn't look like you can see them clearly. So let's go. This is something that I was going to touch on, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks like they might still be there. Right in this area. I know the one to the left is still there by the rock, and in front of this brand new structure that seems to have fallen from the sky. Is a small plateau. Which plateau? Yeah, the purple arrow thingy. Oh, are you okay? I know what you're talking about. No, this is actually let's see. Yeah, that is part of Hyrule Castle. This might be before he lifts it up in the trailer. So it looks like Hyrule Castle hasn't moved yet. Well, let's make sure that's part of Hyrule Castle and not part of a different... Let's do this. I'm going to disable the Calamity Ganon fog so we can see clearly. Oops. We don't need that. We need graphics packs. Fog and mist. Hyrule Castle fog. Is it that? I don't think it is. I thought I could remove it. Glowing Guardian color. I thought I could get rid of it. Oh no, I can only get rid of the fog. I know there's another way to do it, but I believe that is part of the castle. Go back to that. So right over in this region here, the left, there's a piece of Hyrule Castle that's poking out. And in the same thing in the trailer footage, it's right here. So it looks like Hyrule Castle at this point in Link's adventure hasn't lifted up, or if it has, it's only a little bit. Because Link has his arm, too. That's kind of weird. Huh. Oh, part of the castle stays behind. Okay, so that could definitely be... I know this outer rim right here isn't a part of the castle. So let's actually go look at that. I want to see what part of the castle actually stays behind, if that's the case. Go look at that. 2022... Yeah, baby. Oh, dude, you can't even see it. That could definitely be a section of the castle that does stay, and it looks like it's right here in that same general vicinity. So maybe I'm wrong about that. Wow, I got that. Of course it's gonna... Yeah, forget what I said before. Because it's very possible this is part of the castle that was left behind. It is the runway. Actually, you know what? You're right. Because the guards' chambers area gets left behind. So does the rest of the walkway that's over by the kitchen or the dining hall area. So you're right. You are right, because it does lift up right here. Where is it? And the observation room does stay behind as well. So this is in front of the guards' chambers, and this all stays behind. So that is that section of Hyrule Castle that does stay behind. Very interesting. We're going to go over to those locations too. But it's good to get more confirmation on that. Don't know what I'm talking about sometimes, but you know, we're here to form ideas, and that was a good point out, Beans. Thank you very much. Gosh darn it, come on. Frame by frame. Going back. Okay, there's that piece of the castle. You can see it a lot better right here in the left-hand corner of the screen. What was the other thing I wanted to point out? I think that's it. there's two towers actually that you should be able to see from here, sheikah towers, that you can't. Number one, the one that's supposed to be right here in between his tassels, or streamers, are covered by this wind effect and then also by the streamers. So you wouldn't be able to see it anyways until it moves forward a little bit, but it's not there. Actually, shoot, there is 3. There's 3 of them. 4 of them. Wow. Let's go look at that. There's 4 of them. So you guys can all see in my shot. There's one here. Hold on. Screen's black. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. And then there's another one right here. And they're all gone. All of them. So, I mean, if that doesn't confirm that the sheikah's technology has gone dormant, I don't know what does. Besides the divine beasts. Yeah, they're definitely his, in this shot, it's definitely Link's new right hand, or his prosthetic limb. So let's keep going forward, and I want to get a shot of, oh, we can see, I think that's Mount Lineru in the background right there. And there's another Bako encampment. Maybe even, that actually looks exactly like this Stone Talus one, so there's another Stone Talus encampment right there. Hiding. It looks like they disguised themselves before, too, as just regular standard encampments, and then poof, a freaking Talus comes out. Those will be surprising the first time, I guess, and then after that, it won't be so surprising. But right here, people are saying that Dueling Peaks, I've seen it once, so I shouldn't say people, but I've seen one comment state that Dueling Peaks looks like it's one solid mountain. It's clearly broken right here. It's split in 2, so that doesn't help out the time travel theory or anything like that. The Lon Lon Ranch is in ruins just like it always has been. I don't know about a parallel dimension. I don't think that we're going to have... Maybe we'll have a reference to Age of Calamity, but I don't think we're going to get anything more than just a reference to it. It'd be kind of cool, but I don't think they'll do it. So yeah, Dueling Peaks isn't split, so we're not going back in time to a portion in Hyrule where Dueling Peaks wasn't split in half yet, and, you know, Firosh comes in. Other than that, it doesn't get close enough to the Great Plateau to get a shot of it, which is unfortunate. But it's literally like right on the other side. You'd be able to see it if they just turn the camera a little bit further. But I don't think they want us to see that yet because there might be some alterations that they've made. You never know. Let's go ahead and move to the next one. We've been live about an hour. This next one's highly speculative. I'm do not know where this location is. I know it could definitely be somewhere either in the Gerudo Highlands region. But that's highly unlikely because of the fact that there's snow up there. Some parts aren't filled with snow, but most parts are. So the other idea that I had is this is maybe somewhere near Death Mountain. But let me know where you guys think this shot is. Definitely Eldon. Okay. Let's go there. Well, they probably, you know, went dormant again like they did under the ground a long time ago. It could just be like some type of coding that the sheikah put in, like, oh, Calamity Ganon's gone, go dormant. We're no longer, we don't need your services anymore. So yeah, I mean, the rocks definitely look the same here. It's very spiky in that area. Let's get something on here. I want to be set on fire. I wonder where this could be. It's very hard to pinpoint this one. We've got, like, vegetation, so it can't be... It's got to be, like, off the side of Death Mountain where it's cooler. So let's go... Let's go closer to the spring, to the hot spring. If I had to pick my favorite spring, I would say it's the one in Faron. Which I believe to be the Spring of Courage. Because it makes more sense, but that's just me. I believe the other one in Akala to be the Spring of Power because it's close to Death Mountain. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. We're getting close. Yeah, it's never shown, but Zelda goes there in Skyward Sword. Or no, that's the Earth Spring. So it's the Earth Spring, and that's the one that I think is over there, because a lot of people think they're vice versa. I don't know. That's very true. He's not wearing any heat armor. The fact that there's vegetation growing tells me that it's on the side. Probably like over here in this region, but I want to see where exactly that starts growing at. We have regular grass here, but everything looks kind of scorched. So it's got to be closer. Leave me alone! Look, there's an Baco camp here. We won't spend too much time on this one. Now that y'all said that, I'm pretty sure that it is on the side of Death Mountain somewhere. Somewheres. Today we're checking out possible locations in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, and then I'm going to be working on a new video. Kind of talked about it a little bit before. Okay. So I wonder if it's close to here. And they just, a lot more vegetation right here. Could be on a completely different side, but... Similar vegetation here. Shoot, it could be coming up the same part of the mountain. Could have done that the whole time. Or just use a speed glitch. Yeah, it could be just simply coming up this part of the mountain. plenty of rocks. Looks similar. Higher up we get, we're getting less vegetation. Vroom vroom motorbike. Maybe this way? Through these gates. I want to actually looks pretty similar there. Ooh. Maybe it's this spot. It looks like there's a lot of encampments on the top there, so it couldn't be this one. But it's very close. Maybe he's running up the other side. Oh! Wait a second. Hold on. It's close. It's very close. It could be any of these spots, though. There's a ton of these locations everywhere throughout Hyrule. Well, throughout this, the Elden region, at least. Not just Hyrule in general. But I meant, like, encampments. They're all over the freaking place. It's a little too grassy. You can't see that rock well enough, so this can't be it. From the other side, right here. Nope. There's no way to get up there. Well, that sucks. That's not it. That would be perfect. The rock's not facing the right way, but that rock would be perfect. If there was like a path that led up that way and the rock was facing more to the left of me. Anyways. That one was really speculative. We'll go on to something else here. We'll go to one that I actually know about. So fast forward the trailer here. Okay. This one is actually right above the Ridgeland Tower. When Link comes up, we can see part of the, I think, the series Scablands and a portion of Hyrule Ridge area right here at the bottom of the screen, closer to where Link is. And then over here to the right are the windmills in the Tanagar Canyon. I mentioned that in my analysis video. And then we can also see the Gerudo Highlands off in the distance. And we'll go to that scene here on the game. And I will match it up as close as I can to that location so you guys can all get a elongated shot of that. That's very true. The Death Mountain is dormant, but I would still think you'd get some type of residual heat effect because there is lava pits up there towards the bottom. But maybe they all dry or cool off and everything. You know, you never know. But anyways, let's go back to the game. Come on, there we go. Okay, so over there we have the Thunder Plateau, which I find very interesting that this sky area is situated right above the Thunder Plateau, you know, the Zonai and all that kind of garbage. But, you know, we've got the Ridgeland Tower that this location is almost directly above. And I only say that because when you jump up in the air, you get the same kind of distance away from everything in this shot. So if we get up here, We get up here, lock the height, and then hit F2. Move the camera. Okay, we're no longer seeing Linky. And we go back here. Oh, no worries on being late. We go back here, and then let me get these angles matched up correctly. Darn it. Sorry about that. I had to click see me, or else my Adobe's gonna move around every time I hit the buttons to move up and down in the game. So, come on. Give me the shot. Give me the shot. Okay, there we go. All right, so these two locations match up pretty well. We can move back a little bit, I think. And maybe even move down a bit. If I can get that to happen fast enough. There's shift. Okay. Okay. That should be good. There you go. All right. So this is about the same shot. It's a little off, but it works well enough. This is basically the area that Link is standing on in the trailer, and the floating islands and all that stuff. Switching back and forth. Yeah, that is interesting. We were explaining that earlier. Is, you know, they could have, the developers could have gone with a different design choice. It could be so early in development they haven't messed with the sun. Other things could have played with where it sits in the sky. You never know why they made the change, or if it's, you know, actually time travel or anything like that. I think it has a lot to do with the way that the now looking at this, you can see the shadows of all the clouds here. In the actual trailer, you don't see any shadows of clouds. So maybe that has something to do with it. They didn't want the Sky Islands casting shadows. I don't know. They could have it separated, so you're when you go up into the sky, if you were to try to dive straight down to Hyrule, which I don't think that they've done this, but it's almost like you've teleported to a different unrendered map of Hyrule when you're above. And then you can't just simply jump down. You actually have to go to a transport location to jump back down or something. I don't know. I would think that they would try to make it cohesive so you can just jump from the sky, go straight down to Hyrule. And the things that give me more evidence for that here is the fact that the render distance or draw distance for this game seems to be improved upon. So, like, for instance, right here, you can see a lot more detail in the side of the ridge, and even though the lighting's off, you can just see more detail in all of this on the ground, comparative to that of Breath of the Wild. And I have this on ultra settings right now. It just kind of looks smoothed out. So it's a lot more detailed, that's for sure. This all just really looks smoothed out, and this could be an effect of my of the emulation and all that kind of stuff. But I've looked at it on Switch. I can't get this high on Switch in the sky to be able to get this vantage point. I could, but it would take a lot of setup to do it. And I don't have my Switch version modded or anything like that, so it looks very similar when you look at like the Hyrule, Gerudo Highlands. All the snow is kind of janky and jaggedy and all that kind of stuff. But we can clearly see the windmills here. We can see the Sheikah Shrine. There's supposed to be another one right over in this location, but because of draw distance, you can't see it. There's also supposed to be pillars here, but again, because of draw distance, you cannot see that. And I would think it would be the same thing for Breath of the Wild 2, because he's so high up in the air. There's also a tower that normally sits right over here, but that is obviously covered by the platform near Link and all the clouds and everything. So, we can't really see that, but yeah, that could be another reason. They had to rework the lighting for the entire game because the Sky Islands and Hyrule are one cohesive piece, and they just had to make the islands look better up there. I'm sure once we get more footage and all that kind of stuff, we'll start to understand why they made these changes. And if not, I'm sure it will be something that somebody asks in an interview or something along those lines. I hope. Can only hope. But sometimes people miss details like that. I know I certainly did miss that detail, and it's something that is kind of odd to explain why they made that change, but it could be just a creative thing. There is, however, the game was purposely, it's not just a port, it was enhanced on the Switch. So render distance and pop-in was something that they addressed and utilized the Switch hardware, and it's something in interviews that they talked about. I'm pretty sure I've seen things where Reggie has like gone through and been like, oh yeah, the pop-in is a lot better on the Switch. So it's not just that they ported the game from the Wii U and it's the same game. There's HD sounds that go with the Switch version that they talked about extensively when they were showing the game off, and a couple other differences between the Wii U and Switch version. Pop-in being one of those things, which would, allude to the draw distance. Now, they could have definitely gone all in with the Switch hardware, but my opinion is that this trailer was most likely being shown on either a dev unit or it was running on a computer. Because I'm running this on my computer right now, and this is, again, the Wii U version, and I can't even get, with ultra settings and the graphics packs updated and stuff like that, I can't get these things to spawn in or for the detail to look that much better than it does in this game. Now, that could be just a limitation of what CMU can do and all that kind of stuff. I have no clue, but to me, it seems more like this was running on something a little bit more powerful than the Switch, maybe the Switch Pro. Who knows? And, it's been heavily speculated that we're going to get this game along with the Switch Pro. At this point, I'm not too sure. I'm not convinced, but, Zelda games and console releases do go hand in hand, especially with Nintendo. But again, here back to the Breath of the Wild shot. Just to let you guys take that all in. Take in the surrounding area, see what it looks like comparative to the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. Oh, there's already a mod that makes Link have a green hand. That's sick. I'm gonna have to try that out. They did cover everything important with clouds very cleverly. A lot of people think that, the reason that we can't see the Sky Realm above from the ground is because time travel or Link's in a different Hyrule that doesn't have these. I want to let everybody know that there is this thing called the Sky Barrier, that the dragons do come in and out of sky portals when they move around Hyrule. And Skyward Sword plays heavily into that with the Sky Barrier and it not being destroyed after the game. And I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty positive it's still there. They can just move in and out of it freely because Link obviously opened up these big holes in the sky. And that might even be the portals that the dragons come in and out of when they teleport between the two areas. But again, we can't go with the dragons and see where they're going. They're probably just going off screen, and then reappearing wherever they pop up, you know. But this definitely could be the explanation of why you can't see these islands from the ground. And there's several shots in Skyward Sword where Link is on the surface and the sky is blue, and you can't see the sky barrier or anything like that. So, or the cloud barrier. They were physical clouds. There's physical clouds in the trailer that are covering all these little islands too. So, it could be that they have some magical way of just showing the clouds and not showing the islands. But yeah, again, like I said, when you're down on the surface in Skyward Sword, and I'll do further testing on this, but I was looking at a cutscene not too long ago, and the sky was blue. So, some way, shape, or form, Hylia made it to where you can see the sky, but you can't see these platforms or sky loft or anything like that. And then also, if you get close enough, you can then see the cloud barrier. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's not all the land here hasn't really been that altered. There's just a bit more detail to it. Nothing's really moved. The pillars, like I said, again, that's due to draw distance. There's not a whole lot that has been changed here, actually. The windmills are still there. I'm sure the bridge is still there. We just can't see it in the actual trailer shot, like I'll show right now. You see this bridge right here where my pink mouse is, red mouse, whatever you want to call that color. And it is covered by this platform. Oh, clouds look way better in Breath of the Wild too. But they actually gave them substance, it looks like, and different lighting effects rather than them just being these flat things that go across the screen. And clouds look fluffy. Yeah, that's exactly the barrier that I'm talking about with the dragons. The dragons go through these portals that are in the sky. And I've shown shots of it. Maybe we'll go and take a look at that. Gosh, this is going a lot longer than I thought it would. But maybe we'll go take a look at that here in a little bit. I'm going to move on to the next shot, which is going to be closer to Hyrule Castle. And we're going to talk about some things there. So let's go ahead and get my stuff situated again. This one we won't need the jump block on, so that's a good. So this scene is specifically in front of the observation room, or above the observation room in Breath of the Wild. Very, very close to Hyrule Castle. Maybe you do get to visit dragon portals in Breath of the Wild too. I have a feeling that hand has something to do more so with the 3 dragons, especially with Link's little sash or whatever, his garb on the left hand, on his left side, has what looks to be a yellow dragon on it, which would be Firosh. And zoomy zoomy. And there's the observation deck, the room. I believe that's it. Yep, that is it. Oh geez. Ultimate Rivali's Gale. Rivali, whatever. Of course I don't have any wood. I should have collected some. Is there a tree around here somewhere? Be much better to see this during the day. Mr. Tree, where are you? Oh, there's some out there. Oh, no, there's some right here. That works even better. I'm not going to be able to deal with enemies around. Oh, I can. Good stuff. Guess guardians don't count. You hear that? You don't count. All right. So we're back. We're back. And we are going free cam now. Zoom this out. Oh yeah, you guys can't see my screen right now. So either way. Either way. I have to adjust all this stuff before we get there. 6. Here we go. This one is going to be lined up to the best of my ability. Might not be perfect. But it will get you a general idea of where this is. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, I guess it's a little bit over too much, but whatever. This is the shot in Breath of the Wild that tweaked a little bit more. Increase this. There we go. It's a bit off, but you all get the general idea of what it's supposed to look like. That odd thing is the piece of the, are you talking about this right here, Beans? It's a piece of the statue, the bird statue. Yeah, so if we go out right here, I can show you it. But yeah, it's a piece of the bird statue. You can hear the little Korok floating around. So yeah, like right about there is about the same scene. It's a little bit over, but oh, the blue dot thing is it's Adobe. It's just my software. And then the what's it called? The dining hall area is actually to the right, more so. Of course, you can't see my freaking mouse anymore. This would be one of them. This shot actually right here. In terms of like guardians being present, there's one guardian that is right here. Let's see if I can get my mouse cursor up on the screen. There it is. Okay, so there's one guardian that's right here in the center. I'm kind of floating around it right now. It's very difficult to see. I'm sorry about that. I've got it blown up on my computer, but for some weird reason, Streamlabs OBS does not want to pick up the enlarged mouse size. And then we also have 2 turret guardians, one that's going around Zelda's room, and then one over here closer to the sanctum. And those are not present in the trailer if we go back to it. So there's the trailer. We don't have the Guardian here. And then the turret Guardians are obviously gone as well. This actually could be a Guardian right there, but I don't think it is. Let me see. No, it's actually a piece of broken debris. We can see it in the Breath of the Wild shot. Go back. So right over here, there's that piece of debris that's broken off from the castle. Looks like it's been attacked by Calamity Ganon in some way with his malice. You know, most of Hyrule Castle is destroyed at this point, and it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse. So going forward, I think we've had enough of that shot. Now we get a closer shot of it's Zelda's room, or Zelda's study. Zelda's study and Zelda's room all in one little shot here. And then we have a piece of the sanctum. And we'll go there in Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna have to do this off screen real quick. This is closer to the guards' chambers. This one's really hard to set up the angle correctly on as well, because they got a really weird shot there. Very odd perspective to be looking at the castle. And there's like things that don't line up. It just goes to show that they've changed some of these models, most likely. Either that, or like I said, they're using a different field of view and just change that slider for the trailer. But also, you know, there's a lot of malice that's built up here, so it could just be that it looks different because of that. I think this is about. There's a lot more shown in my clip. Go up a little. Over. Okay. Now to show you this shot from Breath of the Wild. There it is. So obviously my shot's not lined up perfectly. You can see more of the waterfall over to the right here, and a little bit more of the sanctum. It's probably the camera's probably shifted over to the left a little bit more. In that case, it's just really hard to not have that waterfall in the background there. It also could be that the waterfall stopped because obviously Hyrule Castle is moving up. So the waterfall could definitely still be there. It's just, like I said, this angle is really difficult to get right on. It kind of seems like they're a little bit further down than I am and pointed up a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, this is the general vicinity. As we can see, the malice that used to be engulfing the castle is no longer there, which is very interesting considering, you know, what Calamity Ganon is doing underneath Hyrule Castle, or Ganondorf in this case. But I mean, it looks like Link and Zelda's effort paid off in the end. Most of the malice that's been covering the land is all cleaned up, and that, again, can be due to the fact that Dark Beast Ganon kind of pulled everything back in a way, and bolstered his big form, I think. It would be kind of interesting to be able to see Hyrule Castle while the Dark Beast fight is going on, but it's not the fully rendered Hyrule, so I don't think you'd even be able to see things like this. But right here, this little piece of the castle breaks off, which is not a part of Zelda's study or her room or anything like that. It's just some random piece of the castle that breaks off, and I'll show that here on screen with the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. So there goes that piece of the castle. And then we go on to the next scene. But again, that is this piece of the castle right here. And I mean, it already looks like it's been thoroughly worked over by everything that's, you know, come through this area. It just looks like it's about ready to fall off as it is. So now going back out to no, not generic guard for one's room. Right? Now going back out to the observation room. The camera's slightly tweaked to where it's off-center and tilted in a rotation there. We're not going to do that because I don't want to mess with the rotation on this, or else other shots that we look at are going to be screwed up, and it's going to take me forever to fiddle around with the settings. So what we will do is get that shot from down here, if I can ever find it. Where's the observation room? There it is. Okay. So this one is looking directly at Hyrule Castle, a little bit further back. Enough to actually see the portions that we were talking about earlier coming up off of the, or staying behind. But basically, this is the observation room. This is right out in front of the observation room. And then Hyrule Castle is lifting into the sky from this area. So, you know, we've got the bird statue right here. We've got the guards chambers right here, and then we've got the second gatehouse or guards chambers here. And yeah, I mean, we can see the road that leads to the dining hall area that stays behind in the trailer shot. So as it lifts up, you know, this all stays behind. So it looks like only this portion, this main portion, the sanctum and everything attached directly to it are going up in the air. So it's rather interesting. Wonder if the library is attached to that. Not 100%. It would be cool if I could do an overlap, but I can't. Not with the setup that I have going on right now. I have two different screens being captured at the same time. I'm sure it would be easy to set it up, but I'm not going to go through that live on stream right now. We're just going to pan back and forth between the two shots, and hopefully you can get an idea of what it should look like. Now, this might be over a little bit more, like this. But yeah, you get the general idea. Oh, it's actually the gate. The second gatehouse might be lifting up. As a matter of fact, now that that's interesting. Looks like they've cleaned some stuff up and added some things. Kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, that's the shot. Now let's go to the final scene, and then we'll go and look at a dragon. We'll go follow a dragon around. Oh no, wait. There's still one more, isn't there? One in front of the guards chambers, which we can look at that scene too. So here we go. Show you exactly where that is. Right here. Okay, so this actually gets lifted up into the sky as well. Part of the little staircase section that's attached to the guards chambers, or not attached to it, but right on the other side of it, actually gets lifted into the air. That's rather interesting. Again, it's attached to the main castle, so I can understand why it's getting lifted. And if I say anything that sounds stupid, it's because this is all off the cuff. So, you know, these are just my general thoughts and opinions. And they could totally be wrong, you know, just like anybody. Let's see. Need to get a little bit lower angle on that. Sucks because I dropped through the ground right here, getting this shot. But again, you guys will get the general idea of what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so this is mostly what this shot looks like from Breath of the Wild's Hyrule. Oh yeah, the Mirror of Twilight. We'll go over there too. It does kind of look like hands. It reminds me a lot of the flames from the Golden Goddesses. It's almost like a fiery substance, but then it can transform into a solid-like form or a viscous-like form to be able to propel Hyrule Castle up. They're green because I changed them. The Astral Observatory, or I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I think it will be. I think it's under or right on top of the almost like pillar structure that looks like still underneath Hyrule, because it almost looks like it points at the bottom. And that could be where that huge section is. So I would think that it would be attached to that. Again, this could just be the tubing that leads down through the sanctum, but I honestly think it's going to be the whole room. And we might be fighting Ganondorf there again. Who knows? Who knows? But back to the shot from Breath of the Wild's Hyrule. See, we can see the turret guardians surrounding this area. They're obviously gone in the trailer. I don't think I'd really want to hang around there either, though, so you know, maybe they just took off. Yeah, this is an official trailer. Breath of the Wild 2 came out, what, a week ago? We're just going back and forth between the shots, you know? You can't really see the turret guardians from this location, but the sentry guardians for sure. Excuse me if I got those two mixed up, but normally there's one right around here, and then there's 2 or 3 up here. But yeah, you can't see them in this shot regardless. Yeah, the blue line it's my editing software that's doing that. It's not part of the trailer. So moving forward, after this point, we get the shot of Hyrule Castle from Cornell Hills. We'll go over there right now. I'll give you guys a look at that. And then we'll do the Dragon Portal and the Mirror of Twilight, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. It's already been an hour and a half. Gone way longer than I thought I was going to today. And the reason that I changed the color of the lasers is because green's my favorite color, so. Very simplistic reason for doing that. And I just thought it would look cool, you know. Oh yeah, Ganondorf's for sure coming back as a boss. I can say that with confidence for sure. And just wind bombing my way over to the location that I need to be at. No, I went the wrong way. Whoops. Are you serious? Freaking run out of energy. Here. That should be able to get me there. I know I don't have the screen up right now. It will be up in just a second. I just need to get over there. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go ahead and look at the details of the one from Breath of the Wild 2. I'm going to try to get it the same time of day as well. Because one thing that I did notice is that the sun does set in the right location here. It does. So, the whole shadow thing could be totally, like I said, again, could be a dev thing. Could be one point it was recorded at a certain point in development, and the other shot was recorded at a different point in development. You never know, or they could have just changed things up by accident. But the shadows do definitely meet up in this one, so. Or at least the sun's location. I don't know about the shadows 100%, but they do, from what I've gathered. Do this to me again. Wrong time of day. Oh yeah, the lighting's for sure been improved for Breath of the Wild 2. Let's get like morning, and then we'll wait just because I need to line the shot up. It's going to take me a little bit, so I don't want the sun all of a sudden setting before I can get that shot in. Very close to the spot. The one thing I thought you could see at first was the Great Deku Tree's location from this shot, but in fact you cannot. And they probably did that on purpose, you know what I mean? Can we not have enemies right here, please? Thank you. I need to break my camera sequence. Go up, over, back that shot up. Okie dokie. Almost got it perfect. So, here we go. There's Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. There's Breath of the Wild. Very, very similar shot comparative to the trailer. Might be, like I said, a little bit over, but that's basically it right there. Let's hide chat for a second. There you go. You guys can get a full shot of it. Go back. Almost looks the same, except for the, castle and missing towers. Not much difference there. But we're going to wait for the sun to set, because I want you all to see what that looks like. I don't think that that will be the case with Ganondorf's arm. I think it's an entirely different being that is pinning Ganondorf down, The one thing that is interesting, though, that you mentioned that, is that The arm in the original trailer has very similar fingernails and a look to its green flowing energy as the Blights, which I found very odd. But again, that's probably just them reusing assets that they already had made. You know. Vince, yes, this will end up being a VOD. I will be posting this live so people can go back and, kind of hear my dumb thoughts on the game. I made some assumptions while doing this that we ended up finding out that they were wrong. So it's all good. That's why we do these things to kind of prod and poke and talk about it and all that kind of stuff. Why I need all of your valuable opinions, and honestly, no, you can't see it. You really can't. You really can't see it. This area over here in the right-hand side isn't in the trailer, which is where the Great Deku Tree. Off to the right a little bit more is where the Great Deku Tree is. And you just can't see it in the trailer. Kind of sucks. I wish you could. But for sure, Vince. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, there is, but that's only because, like I said, I have that stuff disabled in the game, so like I can re-enable it. So don't take this for like 100%, like certain things like fog and everything. I have those disabled. So like I could make the fog reappear very easily by putting this to 100%, that to 100%, greenery fog to 100%. We should start seeing something now pretty soon. There we go. There's some fog. Mist clouds. What else? Hyrule Castle fog. That one's all the way up. Mist clouds. Those ones are up. Distant fog. That's up. Greenery. Water fog. Ground fog. Here we go. Boom. So now they look, they look similar. I have, like I said, I have this stuff disabled just so we can get clear images of everything in the background. It's not obstructed by fog, But the lasers are different because I changed them. So they're just there. I mean, I could turn them off. I can even turn them off if I want to. Let's see. Oh, do I need to pull out graphics packs again? Jeez, my knees. Divine Beast lasers. No. Now they're gone. There you go. You don't even have to look at the green lasers anymore. They're just not there any longer. Yaw did I mean, Jelly Bean? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So, just going back and forth, we're just going to wait for the lighting to take effect here. Just going to kind of chill with this in the background, kind of look over what's there, what isn't there. Obviously, the malice is all gone. And majority of these stone structures that were built during before the Great Calamity are still standing. Things that were destroyed, like these pillars, are still there, or structures are still there, and then the castle gates are still all the way around. I have a version where these pillars are gone too. I deleted them from the game completely. It's kind of cool. Beans, no worries if you're tired. Tune off. What am I doing? I'm comparing the shots from Hyrule in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer to Breath of the Wild right now. Seems like direction of the wind is reversed. No. Nope, it's going the same way. Hold on, let me play the trailer. Pretty sure it's going the same way. And it kind of moves around in the game, you know, going this way and that way. Oh, it looks like it's just rising up into the air. So maybe, that was one thing that I did talk about, is like, maybe there's a way to change or reverse the wind in this game, being as they added tassels and stuff like that to links. What the heck was that? Oh, it's the malice. They added tassels and stuff like that to Link's paraglider, so you could definitely be changing the direction of the wind, and this could be something that, you know, causes this effect in the trailer for it to rise up like that. But I believe the wind moves around in the game as it is. Yeah, it's actually a free cam. It's not a mod, it's an extra like side program that I use for it. I have a first person mod that I do use, but this is a little bit different. You can find it over on Game Banana. It is in the mod section and everything like that, but it's like a standalone program that you use on top of CMU. Move it around. I guess it's a modification still, but it's not like a mod pack that you would download and install into the game files and everything. Yeah, Wind Waker mechanic like that would be really, really entertaining, I think. Geez, my knees. 125 people are here. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much. I honestly didn't think this many people would show up today to just come and hang out in the game and look at these locations in Breath of the Wild, but I appreciate each and every one of you for coming. If you could, it would do me a huge favor and hit that like button if you are enjoying the stream, and, you know, if not, do whatever you want. But I appreciate all of you that do that and that are here to check this out with me. Yeah, right. Everybody is so hyped for this game. It's, oh man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Thank you for subscribing. It's directly after Breath of the Wild 1. There's no confusion there for me, at least. I 100% believe it's after Breath of the Wild 1. It's, you know, it's a direct sequel. We've had that confirmed, and all that kind of stuff. I don't have any reason to believe that it will be after Age of Calamity, especially since I don't think they want to pull a fast one on us again like they did with Age of Calamity. You know, but this thing is taking forever. I think it's like a 24-minute day-night cycle in the game, in the base game. So, Breath of the Wild end game. I would say the Bakos have longer horns, probably because the fact that Ganondorf's back and his malice is seemingly a lot more powerful than it was the first time around we fought him. I mean, shoot, it's able to lift the castle into the sky. So, the boy's power is coming back. But as you can see, the sun is setting almost in the exact same location as it does in the ending trailer to Breath of the Wild. And who knows, it actually could be rising in this final shot and not setting in this final shot, which would allude to the fact of why the shadows are different. But here in a second, we'll see when it comes into perspective, because it's still not there yet. It's almost there. I'm not seeing many shadows being cast right now, to be honest with you, from here. But again, that could just be due to draw distance, and I can't actually see them from here in the game, in Breath of the Wild. But it's getting close to that point, so I'll go ahead and shift it over. Very, very, very close to the same location where the sun is. The sun is kind of overhead right now, I think. It's going to go down right in this area, though. Very close to a similar location. Yeah, right. Nintendo doesn't do that. Oh, we can patch it later. They got to make the game beautiful as it is. Sorry to keep going back and forth between that, but I just want you guys to see the sun difference there, and or the lack thereof, the difference. It's very similar. It's almost in the same spot. Just moved over a tiny bit to the left, and that just could be the positioning of my camera comparative to the trailer. But geez, even this game, it's just beautiful. Both the games are beautiful. Yeah, it seems like the shot in the trailer is a little bit more backed up from where I'm at, but either way, this is the location. Gosh, that's beautiful. It's still same sun location. Like I said, this could not be the sun setting. It could be the sun rising, but actually, we'll see. Depending on which way it's going when the trailer is shown, they could not show it long enough for the sun to actually move at all. But if it's going down, then that tells me it's in the same spot that it always has been. No, it seems to be rising. That's kind of odd. So they did change it. This could be reversed, though, too. I don't see why they would do that, but maybe to throw us all off. But yeah, it seems to be going up. So maybe they just flipped it. I don't know. Maybe it's a way to just, like I said, make the world different to us. Different seasons, all that kind of stuff. But there's that shot again. Now we're finished up with that. Let's go. I wanted to do the dragon portals. We're going to have to go follow a dragon around for a bit. And then I also wanted to do the scene with the Igor and compare that to the Mirror of Twilight, or the supposed Mirror of Twilight. It's more of a Zonai artifact than anything else. It's not confirmed that it's the Mirror of Twilight. It's just theorized that that's what it is. Let's see. Come on. Let's go. I need to see the shots, please. Where is that one? I think it's right before this. No. Come on. There we go. We're gonna have to zoom in for this. What are we at? We're at 124. Oh, whoops. We're going in on the wrong one here. Oh, that's awesome. What happened here? Excuse me? Okay, that works. I think I have an enemy next to me. Okay. We'll go over to the Mirror of Twilight. Oh. That's cool. What's up, Baco? Yo. But I have to really worry about y'all. Up, Link. Up! This is actually perfect now that it's nighttime. Taking off. Just think about a Ganondorf fight in the skies. It's gonna be epic fighting in top Hyrule Castle like that. Who knows? Maybe he fights you in several different locations. That'd be cool. Where is this thing at? I think it's over here. It's closer to Lurland. It's like over this way. You know, just hanging 10 in Hyrule. Oh, there's a shrine nearby. It's right over here, right? Pass it. There it is. There it is. So. Sorry, bucko. Actually, that'd be a really good way to view it. To be honest with you. So we've got this here. And then we have, which actually now looking at the two side by side, they're not that similar. But there's the circle on the Igor. And it's almost there, but I don't think these two are connected, to be honest with you now looking at those. Huh. Back and forth. Back and forth here. Not seeing too much of a comparison. They do look similar, but they're not. The writing's different on the Igor, for sure. Or whatever this creature is. It's very, very hard to tell. You can't really see it. It's all blurred out. I can't really enhance the image right now anyways. But these look more blocky in nature compared to this that looks almost like, it looks flowy, like cursive. But you know. Then, since we've already looked at that, I don't think there's really much to that there. Let's go over to Firosh, and I'm going to show you all the portal in the sky. So we gotta find Firosh first. Hopefully he appears. There he is. What's up, Firosh? My dude. So we'll just sit here and follow Firosh around until we get that portal. Yeah, you're right. The broom could allude to Kome and Kotake, I believe, or Kume and Kotake, the witches that are Ganondorf's surrogate mothers. Surrogate, whatever. But yeah, they could for sure
be involved, or it could just be some Zonai witches. You never know. They did excel in magic. This is gonna take a little bit. Looking ferocious as usual. Goes right to the portal if you shoot at it, does it? Try that. I missed. Blasphemy. Run away, little dragon. I don't need your parts. Run to your portal. He's like, oh shoot, somebody's attacking me. Barrel roll. There he goes. You were right. Good stuff. Thank you for the tip there. So I believe this to definitely be the dragon that's on the back of Link's sash. The green one with the little yellow markings on it. For sure it's probably Firosh, a representation of Firosh. If not, then you know, it is what it is, but I think that's what the developers were trying to call back to. Here is the portal. There it is. Cloud barrier still exists, most likely, because of that. And it even opens up a barrier that looks like there's freaking clouds around it. So it just, to me, that's definitive evidence of why we can't see these islands from Hyrule. Not any timey-wimey stuff. Just, you know, shenanigans with the cloud barrier. Totally still there. But anyways, that will wrap up today's video. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream and everything. I know it ran a little long. We're up 2 hours we've been talking about Breath of the Wild 2. But I had a great time going back and forth with you all and hearing all of your guys' thoughts in the chat. Yeah, that'll do it for today. I will be back tomorrow with another episode of Timeline Thursday. We are playing currently Twilight Princess. So, you know, kind of working our way through that game. And, well, you know, if you just got here, there's 2 hours of VOD footage for you to go back and enjoy if you'd like to. But, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. And then I think I'm going to skip, what is it, Sunday's stream? I think I normally do a Breath of the Wild thing because I am working on a scripted video. And this Saturday, I will not have a scripted video out only because I'm currently in the process of working on that. And I also want to possibly have somebody guest on it. So I want to give them ample time to be able to record the lines for that and everything. But yeah, thank you again for coming. If you could leave a like before you leave and consider subscribing to the channel. I make Zelda content all the time and I'm always coming out with new stuff. So we stream, what is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Yeah. So I'll see you all later. Peace out.